Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tides of Death. Our party is safe and sound for the time being. Captain John Winters is going to be back on his feet in a couple of days. We can either just skip a couple of days, and I'll make some rolls, see if anything cool happens, or you guys can do some stuff while he's KO'd. What do you want to do?
Well, I'd like to maybe gather a little bit of information while he's out. Like, I'd like to figure out, okay, where does the cleric stay exactly? Can it see the boat that they have troops stationed on? I'd also like to figure out, where does the harbor master live? Does he bring his helmet home with him? I'd like to do just a little bit of recon.
Yeah, no, these are great questions. So, first things first, where is, what's his name? Thalen. Thalen is, let's bring up the map so everyone can see. Thalen is stationed with his other clerics and the wizard known as Peros in this building right here, right next to the central marketplace. You see where I'm pinging?
Yep, I see that big old building.
The main dock is actually a little bit northward from here. There are clearly, little piers all over here. This is mostly for small boats to come and deliver goods as they row up and down, so you don't have to haul things necessarily through the town itself. The major docks where ships will stay is north of this, just a little bit, just off screen. So you can't really see the ships very well from this building, which is sort of like it's not quite an inn. It's like a reserved building for the White Prince's men if they ever come here and need a place to stay. And then in the meantime, it gets rented out or used for other purposes. But this is where if officials come, they have a place in town. It is
like a customs house or administrative building type.
Yeah. It is a two-story building, and I know I've got to translate that for people from the UK a little bit. That means there are two floors. There's the ground floor and the second floor.
You mean the first floor?
Ground floor and second floor. Yeah, ground floor, first floor, whatever you want to call it. There are two levels to the house.
This is the house where Thalen and his men are, not where the harbor master is, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And we can see that it's about, what is this? 40 feet by 40 feet or so.
And I assume the house is guarded, there's a constant guard outside and maybe a rotating...
Yes, there is a person on guard duty. Probably shouldn't see the ground floor, but you could see where the doors are and probably peer in through windows as you walk past. So there's a doorway right here. There's a doorway right here. And there's a couple of bedrooms on the ground floor, and then all the rest of the bedrooms are on the upper floor. And this is where all the officers stay. The actual ground troops either are on watch in here, or they stay on the ship where they're supposed to stay. But there's a mess down here. There's a little kitchen down here. Officers all live upstairs. That was your first question. What was your second question?
The harbor master. Can I spend a bit of time kind of observing him a little bit?
Yes, the harbor master has a house north of this spot, in that main area where all of the ships are. He's got a little harbor master hut. Inquisitor is the proper term, but it's both roles really. And that's right next to the main dock area. And from his window, from multiple windows in that house, you have a really good overview of the whole dock area.
Does he live alone? Does he have a guard outside his house? Stuff like that?
There are a few soldiers that are stationed in the harbor as well, but no one really watches the house at night. The harbor master, the Inquisitor, whatever you want to call him, is a pretty badass warrior in his own right. He's at least 6th level, possibly 7th level. He's got a squire with him who carries his anti-magic shield everywhere that he goes. You know that the harbor master is either equipped with the shield or the squire right next to him with the shield, which will prevent any magic from entering the area or affecting him, or the squire is pushed a little bit away, and that will keep his helm active so he can scan the area for magical items or magical casters or anything that might be untoward. And so he's always in one of those two states.
Does the squire stay in the harbor and the Inquisitor
Yes.
hut with him?
Yes, the squire lives with him. It is a very close personal relationship between the squire and the Inquisitor. It's sort of like when you clerk for someone as a lawyer, you might like clerk for a Supreme Court justice and work really closely with them. And then after you graduate from that position, you go off and do some other sort of lawyery thing. So this squire who's squiring for the harbor master, the Inquisitor, after they get old enough and enough experience, they'll probably be shipped off to some sort of like officer training area within the Empire. But in the meantime,
Yep,
they're kind of like
sounds
a young lad.
Yeah, so it's like a, almost like a personal assistant slash apprentice type role. Yeah.
Exactly. Were there any other questions that you wanted answers to?
I think that's all the information I probably would have gathered in about a day or two.
Great. We can just skip a couple days. We can roll a die, see if anything fancy happens. Apparently, I've lost my d20. Okay. Nothing goes on. The White Prince's men are still stationed here. Thalen and Peros are still in town. They are intent on finding these 4 escaped prisoners, and the stolen merchandise that they have taken. And they're not going to leave town until 4 of them have been caught, or something bigger takes their attention away. But they're here for the time being. Then you have all learned that the Inquisitor is also keeping an eye out for suspicious people, including they've known that there's a cleric and an unregistered wizard in the group, or they suspect a cleric and an unregistered wizard. So the harbor master / Inquisitor is keeping a careful eye on the port for anyone that might be magical coming or going. And this is a great time to talk just a little bit about port procedures. Because the Inquisitor's got to sleep at some point, right? You can't be awake all day, every day for your whole life keeping an eye on things. And so the port is only allowed to operate between certain hours, between the waking hours and like on-duty hours of the Inquisitor. That's the only time people are allowed to go on or off ships or move cargo on or off ships. Anyone that is like trying to move between vessels or vessels and land after sundown, essentially, or after the Inquisitor is off duty, is highly suspect. And there are like regular port guards that will hang out and keep an eye on that stuff.
So if a ship tries to come in, let's say when the Inquisitor's off duty, it is just not allowed. It must not port.
Yeah, you can like dock and like lash up to the pier,
right?
But you can't exit the ship or walk down the pier at all. Yeah, you're supposed to stay on your ship outside of the waking hours of the Inquisitor, working hours.
What happens if there's an emergency and the cleric needs his men from his ship? Are they not allowed to leave the ship to come and help him?
I guess in an emergency, they had to stop by the Inquisitors first. These clerics of Astaire are like super into bureaucracy and into the order. So if you want to get on the ship and it's after hours, well, then you got to go to the Inquisitor, get the Inquisitor awake, got to make sure the paperwork is signed. You got to convince the Inquisitor that this is a useful thing. Like the thing about law and order clerics and an empire built around the deity of law and order is that the bureaucracy is nightmarish. This is
why we left the EU. Too much damn bureaucracy.
Mm-hmm. Not really.
Not really. Yeah. It was all the Europeans.
Right. So you're getting this sense that there's an order for everything. Everything has to be done exactly to T. Everything has to be followed very closely, which is somewhat of a strength because that means, they're going to have great information and great procedure and great security, and is also a weakness because it takes a lot of fucking time to do this stuff. And if the order gets disrupted, then everything has to shut down in order to like figure out what's going on and rebuild the order again.
So it kind of sounds like if we were to try and fight the people in that building, that they wouldn't be getting reinforcements from their ship before the fight was over.
That's true. Maybe local security forces like the Island Guard might arrive, but they're soldiers from the ship. If it's at night, definitely not.
Anyway, good point.
All right.
means
Couple days
whoever's in that
pass.
building is probably all we have to be.
Yeah.
Captain Winters, you're awake. You're at 3 HP.
I wake up. Who do I see at my bedside?
It's Archie,
Obviously,
of course.
your boy.
Archie.
No room
I
to
open
chilling
my
in the room.
eyes. Oh, I looked down. I'm alive. Archie,
Got
you
it.
saved me. You big, beautiful bastard. Come here.
I'll put his hat back on him, give him a hug.
Oh.
That's so nice. Okay, yeah, I embrace Archie for a hug. What happened? Where are we? Are we back in town?
We're back with Lady Nightingale. We got you. Listen.
This is
Okay.
the afterlife winners.
Finally.
Don't freak out. All right. We had to shave your beard.
Wait. What? Oh no! I was just getting somewhere with Lady Nightingale as well.
She helped a lot getting you back into town. We dressed you up as a woman, and we got you back into town. It was great. Did you see me knock out those guards? It was insane.
It was so overconfident. I think that's why I had my guard down. You destroyed that guy so much, or so quickly.
We also shaved your
That
leg.
was Great.
Well,
I was
legs.
wondering why my legs were itchy. I reached down and scratched them. I think all things considered, a bit of facial hair and some leg hair is a small price to pay for my life. I'm honestly quite flattered, Nilrim, that you didn't just take my coin and leave me there. Maybe Archie wouldn't let you.
Would have never done that, Captain.
He didn't make
Well,
any
if you had
attempt to.
just seen him cave a man's face in, you wouldn't be willing to take his money either.
That's true. That's true. Well, seems that I owe all of you a debt now. Thanks so much.
Oh,
What's the,
favorite.
Perhaps. Maybe
Yeah.
you'll stop banging on about that money you say we owe you.
Yeah, maybe some of it could be knocked off. Or if we ever get a ship, you can have extra rum rations for a week, I suppose.
Wow.
So what's the deal here? Are we still hunted men?
We are wanted men, but they believe us to be in the jungle. So the city seems to be free reign.
Yep. I did a little bit of reconnaissance. Figured out some things about where the clerics stay and the Inquisitor, because I assume we're still going to go through with this plan of Lady Nightingale's, or should we do something else?
I don't know what else we can do. We need Nightingale to get us a ship to get off this island, and I doubt we can get off with those idiots still around here, so I figure that we've got to do something.
And I say, all right then, and I'll basically just recount all the information that we learned while I was doing reconnaissance.
I think going after the Inquisitor would be the best then. Seems that the White Cleric is too hard. He has too many men in his house. But the Inquisitor probably just lives with his family. Do you think you can get him in the night? I looked at Captain Winters.
I don't know. It's risky. I mean, I don't know the guy, but he doesn't have it coming the same way this cleric does.
Well, I've heard a few stories about this Inquisitor, and let's just say he's not going to be a pushover if we go to his house.
Well, I wouldn't expect to fight him when he's awake. That is for sure.
Yeah, what happens if he wakes up when I'm sneaking in?
You have to run out.
I'm a dead man.
I kind of look at Captain Winters and I'm like, yeah, he's not really in the best shape to fight right now.
Well, give me another couple of days. I'm sure I'll be right as rain. But maybe we could, if we could sneak into the cleric's building while they're all asleep. Sounds like they won't have any reinforcements from their men. If we can do so without waking any of them up, we should easily be able to clean up. Even if some of them wake up, we've got to jump on them into the middle of the night. We'd have a shot.
It's your call.
You're the captain, Captain.
Temporarily embarrassed captain without a boat. Well, either way, I need a couple more days rest, I think. Sail, why don't you keep your reconnaissance going on Thalen's building, see who comes and goes, what time they get home. Maybe try and work out what rooms they sleep in. Keep an eye out for candles in the rooms at night. See who stays up late.
Yeah, will do. That was my plan anyway, so.
Alright, I'd do it myself, but needs must. I say as I reach to some food that's been placed for me on the side. And relax.
Yeah, of all the places you could get yourself almost killed, it seems like this was one of the better ones.
It's not the best way to find myself in a noble lady's bed, but I'll take it.
Probably the only way you'll find yourself in a noble lady's bed.
That's flat out not true, Nilrim. I've got many a tale I could tell you about that.
With
I
noble
don't know,
women?
Captain Winters. I've watched you flirt with her.
Of course, yeah. That's my
And she
rugged
doesn't
charm.
look the bit interested.
Yeah, this one, she's a bit stuck up, you know. She's got ideas above her station. She thinks she's better than Captain John Winters. She'll
Well, then
say one
maybe
of
you
these
can
days.
put your money where your mouth is and go seduce Captain Krona. Or
Lady Krona?
Lady Krona.
Wearing her son's shirt, I'm not sure it's the best plan. Perhaps once we get off this cursed island, Nilrim, I'll show you what I'm capable of.
I would be curious to see it, Captain.
I bet you would. You filthy bastard.
I could use more funny stories to tell my friends.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, I'm weak. I should sleep.
yeah. There's a backyard here, right?
Yes.
Is there like a wall in the backyard?
Mm-hmm.
At one point when Captain Winters was out sleeping, because he's been out for like a day, I would have went back there and just attempted to like punch it with my fist of strength.
With your fist of stone, just like
Yeah, fist of
smash
stone.
the wall.
Yeah, I'm just curious
Sure.
what it is.
Not much. Your hand does not hurt when you slam it into the stone wall, and you know maybe you can hear like a bit of a crack and maybe a small bit of stone flakes off, but it
I have,
doesn't
like,
look
2
like you're gonna
rounds, so I'll
punch
try
the
to-
wall.
Doesn't look like it's gonna work.
It doesn't look like you're gonna punch through the wall. No, because it's a stone garden wall.
Makes sense. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Open one eye. Wait. Sail. While you check the house, see if you can work out what windows open, if there's balconies, how many entrances, etc.
Yeah, I'll report back, Captain, and I'll give him like a very sarcastic, like naval salute.
Gotcha.
I got it.
Okay. So, Sail, you're going to try and figure out everything you can about Thalen's house. Yeah?
I'm gonna try to avoid spending time right at the house and like inspecting it, but like kind of observing it from a distance, maybe chatting around the market and just going
Sure.
about my business.
Sure. So, a couple things first that you notice right away. You can see through either open doors or windows that there's a kitchen right here on the ground floor in this northeast corner. But you also notice that there are 2 chimneys on the building. One right there and another one over here, which means on the second floor, there's got to be some sort of fireplace or kitchen area on the second floor over here. The other thing that you can notice are the windows of the second floor. And you can see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 windows on the second floor. There's like one in this back alley area. There is one like right here, one right here, one right here where these like little V thingies are, one right here. And then there are 2 more, one like here-ish and one like here-ish.
And they're all on the second floor.
Those are the second floor windows. There are a bunch of windows on the first floor that you can see through as you walk past, and you can just see them like this. All the, this is a window, 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 window here, here, and here, right? So there's a lot of them on the first floor.
What are the nearby buildings like? Are there places I could are they shops with second floors that I could go into and maybe just kind of like casually look into the second floor windows?
The buildings to the north are warehouses that are storage spaces for cargo. So people will unload ships just north of this area and then bring the cargo down to be stored in these various warehouses over here. To the south of you, what do we have to the south of you? This is sort of like administration buildings and guild buildings. This is where the various businesses have their headquarters and have their operations down in this region. So it's all like privatized buildings, businesses. Over here, we have the, let me do it this way. This is the main market square. These are all 2-story buildings. There lots of little shops down on the ground floor, usually housing on the second floor. This second floor up here actually has a balcony because there's like a bit of a tavern with the overview of the market down below. Up here we've got some breweries, and down here we've got some pubs and taverns. Itself.
So there's nowhere I could like easily get into and kind of see if I could see in the windows of this place.
Let's see. The next building over on the second floor, if you could get into the second floor of this area, you could probably get up and see, you can, if you look down this alley, you can see that there's a window here, here, and here, right? So if you could get to the second floor, you could look across perhaps. But to get into the second floor of that building would require some reason to be there. You'd have to like have an excuse to be in that room. Which is not necessarily always easy. And it's a marketplace, so maybe you could do it. I don't know. This over here is a private warehouse. You definitely can't go into that without, some really, really good reasoning. And this down here probably doesn't even have a view because this other building would block the way. So not a lot of options to get up and look through that unless you can make an excuse to enter one of these buildings over here.
Yeah, I think Sale kind of, he's like considering his options and he thinks about it, but he comes to the conclusion that he can't really come up with a good way to get into any of the nearby buildings, but he has a pretty good idea. He sees that there's a chimney and a window, so he's thinking maybe the main administrator who comes to town would probably get a window with a fire, or a window and a fireplace in their room compared to the apprentices. So he thinks that might be where
that top corner.
Might be the main bedroom.
Nice. Okay. Like the way you're thinking.
But yeah, that's basically all the reconnaissance. I'm going to leave it for there, and I'll sort of make my way back to Lady Nightingale's place and relay all that information to the party.
Right. So the party, your idea is to break in, murder everyone, and then steal their shit?
How much HP does Captain Winters have?
I need 2 more days. I'm on 3, I think.
No. I mean in total.
Oh, 9.
Okay. Does the armor spell wear off? It wears off after 10 HP is taken. I'm just curious.
He took more than 10.
Yeah,
right?
I'll recast armor on him then, and I'm gonna remove 1 from my sheet.
Great.
Okay. I mean, it's not the best plan, but I think it could work, and it would be a decisive blow to the White Prince's forces to take out all of these fresh clerics.
Sure.
Better would be to see. The thing is, if we try and ambush them, they're almost certainly going to have armed guards with them if they ever leave the house. This is the only time they're not going to have guards with them, is when they're asleep, right?
I'm down to do it. Fuck it.
I'm thinking we could do something like.
But if we fail, we're not getting out of this town because they have guards literally stationed at every exit.
Yeah, well, we'd have to. Well, if we fail, I'm not sure.
Well, we
We'd
fail,
be
we could
dead,
always
right?
run, right?
Yeah.
But there's no running with this, so.
But I'm thinking, like, what I could do is try and pick the lock to the front door, get it open, and then I could unlock the door, you guys way out front. I could try and climb up through an upstairs window. Then I could try and, like, get as many of them as I can while they're sleeping, and then as soon as you hear the alarm being raised, you can, like, burst through the front door and kill them in the chaos.
Okay.
Well, go on. Let's talk it out. Let's not just let me.
Well, I just don't know if this is like a good plan. I don't know. It's scary to do this in a town where there's guards on every exit, 100%, who are waiting for us to come in. If we can't kill everybody inside this house silently, someone is going to scream, alarms are going to be raised, and then they're going to surround it with like guards, and this is like how we all die.
Yeah.
Right?
This is a big balls plan. This is like either you succeed or the party dies plan.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can just do a silent smash and grab. We just send Winters in the window, and he hops back out. No kills needed. Grab the item, stash it in her house.
The problem is we don't know what item we're looking for. Right, we don't know what item the cleric has. If he's even got one at all.
We could maybe do some detect magic and see if we can spot something, or I'm
Does
sure the
Milram
wizard
have
can
detect
help us
magic?
out.
I think everybody has detect magic. Yeah,
It's
I
true.
do, but that's gonna mean we're gonna have to I'm gonna have to see him on the street. Then I'm gonna have to cast a spell on him.
Oh, you just cast detect magic on yourself. You don't need to cast on him.
If I cast it on myself, can I just see magical shit then?
If you
That's how it
cast
works.
detect magic in the street and you're not looking through more than 3 feet of wood or 1 foot of stone, then you would be able to see what magical items are in here, and you'd be able to see the beacons that they have on them as well.
It's true. So you can even see it from the outside. Because the wall's not going to be 3 feet thick.
I guess
Right.
we can try that then.
Is it stone walls or is it wooden walls?
1 foot of stone. Oh, sorry.
The building looks like where's my image right here? It looks like the ground floor is stone, which is fairly thick, and the second floor is wooden.
Which is not gonna be 3 feet thick.
Right.
Yeah.
So you could easily see through the walls of the second floor. The ground floor you might not be able to see through, or you would have to go up to a window or an open doorway to scan around.
Yeah.
Is there a curfew in the city?
No. The only curfew
Okay, at
applies to the
night-
dock.
At night, when I think that they're probably asleep, I'll take a walk, and I'll go over here and I'll cast the detection for magic and see if I see anything on the upstairs.
Yeah. Let me just adjust this a little bit right here. All right. Sorry. At night, you come through and you cast detect magic, and you scan through the second story. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. You are gonna find a couple of magical signatures here. The first. Let's see. No. That's not the way to say this. You will find 2 magic items in there. They both have beacons on them. One is in this area up here. Sorry, let me rephrase. There are 2 items that have beacons on them and 1 item that is magic. The item that has a beacon but is not magical is up here in this corner. And then
Got it.
over here is a magic item with a beacon on it.
Okay.
So-
But I still have no idea what it is.
Right. But you're getting 2 signatures. You think
But I
you get
understand there's a
school
magic item in here.
of
Uh,
magic or strength of magic.
Only 20% chance to get that, and I failed
Okay,
both.
let me get the school. Yeah, you don't get the school.
The intensity of the magic can be determined. I can determine the intensity of the magic.
Right. So the magic item over here is faintly magic. So that would be like a scroll or a potion or a +1 weapon or something that's relatively minor as a magical item. And then
And a +5 would be overwhelmingly.
Right. And then the non-magical item over here doesn't have anything on it. You wouldn't get a school or a
But
strength.
there is a beacon on it.
But there's
For
a
our
beacon on it.
purposes, That's enough, right? We don't need the magical item. It's just enough to get the item with the beacon on it.
Well, yeah, what you
Correct.
need is something with a beacon. You don't necessarily need
Yeah.
a magical thing. It's just usually the magical things are the ones with beacons on it. Any bets on what this non-magical beaconed item is?
Some sort of ledger that he has to keep about everything he's doing.
I kind of chime up and say, well, look, if I was a cleric of a stair, I'd put a beacon on my holy symbol.
Could be that as well, yeah.
So if it is a holy beacon and we steal it and put it in Lady Chroma's house, I think it has less credence of being an actual loot, right? Because what's Lady Chroma going to do with a holy symbol? Now, if there's a magical item, even if it's faintly magical, that has monetary value.
That's true, yeah. That's true.
Okay.
That's my input.
Fortunately, this room is probably harder to sneak into just because it's this is like a little shitty back alley, right? Oh, I don't know. What's this alley like here, Neal? In the top.
Oh.
Is this also like a shitty little back alley, or?
No, this because the main road that comes along the coast comes through here and then cuts through these buildings. There's actually, I think, a full cut through here. Let me see.
Like a warehouse arch over a road.
No, I guess the road just dead ends there. You have got to go
Okay.
through the warehouse to get through. Yeah, so that is just a shitty back alley then,
Oh, okay. That's
because
all right.
the road doesn't go through. So
So another question: are all the buildings like Lady Nightingale's house? Is it made from the same stone and wood as this building?
yes, all the buildings here, almost all of the buildings here, will have a stone first floor and then a wooden second floor.
If I were to practice climbing the walls of Lady Nightingale's house, would that give me an advantage of climbing the walls
No.
of this house?
No, because you've got your base climb chance, and so practicing similar material walls won't really make a difference. What's going to make the biggest difference is like the way an individual building is constructed and what sorts of things are around it. So practicing on one house doesn't necessarily give you advantage on another house.
So I think when I'm fully healed, I'm going to go there one night and practice trying to climb up the wall and get a peek in that window if there's no lights in there.
Yeah.
But it's going to take me a couple of days until I'm full healed, so...
Okay. So in this time, more information will come to light. It appears that the force here is Thalen, Peros, and 4 clerics. And each of the 4 clerics has been sent out with a detachment of soldiers under their command to the various villages around here to scout out the places and look for the 4 of you. So at the moment, by the time you're fully healed, the number of White Prince's men attached to Thalen's detachment is actually quite low in the city. Everyone is out there looking in the nearby villages. You know, that place where you found the old gran that you kidnapped the child from, that big building on stilts, that other little village just north of town. These are where the clerics are taking the soldiers to scour for y'all. So the main building here in town is really just Thalen, Peros, and a couple of soldiers to keep, you know, an eye on the doors while they are doing whatever they're doing.
Where are the front doors? Are they like towards the docks this way?
There's one right here. You can see that there's like a break in this horizontal line, and one right here where there's like a break in this line.
What, and there's one guard on each?
No, there's like one guard downstairs, and then they've got like 3 people, so they 3 shifts, 1 guard, 8 hours each.
Okay. So what, 2 asleep downstairs, 1 outside, and then the cleric and the wizard upstairs?
And the
Okay.
outside guard, like, you know, they might patrol on the corner or they might go inside depending on, you know, heat of the day, feelings. You know, they just need to make sure that this building is guarded. So they can be outside or inside, depending on how they feel in the moment.
What about the windows? How do they look like they open or not?
The lower windows are thick glass that would be difficult to break open. The upper window, and they don't slide. The upper windows are wooden shutters with no glass in between. So you can open the upper windows to get airflow through, but the lower windows are solid and non-openable.
Pretty easy to open from the outside with a dagger or something to flip the latch.
Yeah, it would be like a pick locks at plus 20% or something. But you would be improvising
them.
tools.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Should probably do it quick, yeah?
Or do you think we should just try and sneak in and... I should just try and sneak in, kill the one in that room and take his stuff? As opposed to doing a full frontal assault?
Probably makes more sense if one person gets murdered than like the whole the whole group dies.
I mean, I'd like to kill them all after what they've put us through.
So I'm thinking that you guys hide in this alley round here, or just in this corner, and then I try, and if you hear like a ruckus, then you come in, yeah. Just run around the front, kill the guard, bust in the door,
Sure.
and then we break out. But Neal, so on the night that I'm full healed, I'm gonna try and practice climbing up this wall and getting a look in that window.
So you will wake up full healed one day, and then you'll just wait until that evening.
Yeah, and I'm gonna hang around. I'm gonna go like after dark, like a few hours after dark. I want to make sure that there's no light coming from that window, this window here, before I attempt this.
No
Actually,
light
this
coming from
window
this
too.
window. Okay.
I want to make no light from this side of the house.
So you're waiting until well after dark, when everyone's gone to sleep. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's bring some tokens out here. Captain John Winters is here, but you're at 9 HP now. Archie is here. Nilrum and Sail. Why don't you guys all position yourself, except for Winter, where you want to be?
Sure.
Should we? It's maybe like very suspicious if we're all like standing outside the house in the same
Yeah,
spot.
and maybe like hide around this corner or something. I mean, I'm not.
Yeah.
Don't think I'm planning to go in tonight, but maybe I am.
Fuck 'em up.
I like leaning against the wall here.
All right. So Archie's kind of hanging out by the dock, by the ocean, getting a good whiff of the air. Sail is over here by these two huge silos. What do you call where you store alcohol while it waits? Casks?
Oh, a still?
A still. Yeah, these are two giant
distillery?
stills, or like fermenting alcohol is within these two giant containers that are maybe like 8 feet tall and 15 feet wide or something.
Nice.
6 feet wide, I suppose.
I can
and-
climb a wall, no problem, with my rapier at my side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Nilrum, you're just chilling at this corner.
Hell yeah,
Cool.
Koibu.
Yeah. This is like a back alley, right? The only way in or out through. The only way through here is to go through these buildings into the next area over. So this is a pretty isolated location, especially at this hour of night.
Perfect.
So Captain Winter.
I feel the stone. I get a feel for it. And then I start to climb up the wall. How high are we talking here? 20 feet to the roof?
20 feet to the roof.
Okay, so I'm not going to the roof, so I'm going to go about 15 feet. Right?
Yeah. Yep.
Is there any like crates or anything in this alley that I can put below me to give me a head start, plus also break my fall or something like that? I guess in a warehouse, there's got to be some more boxes out here.
Yeah,
or something.
there's a pile of wood, and there's some, I don't know what these are. I think these are drying racks that you would like put clothes or leathers on to dry out. So you could get a good, 4.5, 5 foot step up on these racks.
Yeah.
Would we have looped a rope around the chimney, like make it easier?
I don't think you guys have any rope on hand, and then you'd have to get to the top and then rope it around. To lasso a chimney from below would be a pretty incredible feat at your level.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right, I stand on one of these drying racks, pull it to the side a little bit so it's underneath the window, and then use it to give myself a boost and get going. I mean, to be fair, Archie could give me a boost pretty high up.
Yeah,
He'd probably throw you up.
Yeah.
All right. And you are going to need, I guess, a
try and
climb
climb.
walls check. Although you're
I get
pretty
some
fucking
bonus?
close. Yeah. Why don't you give me a climb walls at plus 30%, because you've got some significant boosts here.
Let's see.
Easy success, Nick. Easy.
Easy.
You're climbing right here, yeah?
Yeah. It's the way the
Yeah.
window is, right?
Yeah, that's where one of the two windows are. And you
Better
can pull
kill 'em.
yourself up and see that this room has a fireplace. So this chimney here must be connected to this fireplace and the fireplace below. It has 2 beds in it. It's a big open room that also has a desk, a couple of chairs, a bench, some, random other crap. Yeah, you can see through this window.
I see if there's 2 people asleep, and is a person asleep in each bed, or is one of the beds empty?
One of the beds is empty.
Okay. I take my dagger from my teeth and try and open the latch quietly.
Right. So you're going to get a bonus because
Oh,
it
yeah,
is
actually,
just
hang
a
on.
window latch, and you're going to get a penalty
First
because
of
you're
all,
using
I look down
improvised
to the group
tools.
and give them the thumbs up, like it's on.
Give you a wink, like we're gonna
Yeah.
bang.
It's time to go.
Nice.
If we get make
Archie's
off with this
giving a
item, we're on
thumbs
our
up
back.
back.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
Captain.
It's a bonus.
The bonus and penalty will wash, so a regular pick open locks check.
Fuck, it's like 50%.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Nice.
Let's go.
Yeah. You managed to slip open the lock on these shutters. It's not too difficult. The dagger's a little thick for the spot, but you can shimmy it and kind of create a little bit of space by condensing the shutters to one side and then flip open the latch.
Okay, and then
And-
as quietly as possible, and hope that there's no alarm spell. I climb in.
What is your move silently percentage?
65.
It either works or it doesn't. It's 50-50.
65.
That is actually how percentages work in my mind. Right.
But he's
You open
asleep
the-
now, probably. So,
Yeah.
he's
You
not
open the
hearing it.
window, you step on in, you look about.
Okay, I see someone asleep in a bed, right?
Yeah, the bed is over here on the far side of the room from you. There's a door right about here-ish.
Do I hear any noise from
You know what?
inside
I
the
think at this
house?
point I could probably just show you this map.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any
Let's see
reason
it.
that it needs to be hidden. But you don't know the rest of the layout. Yeah. You slip on in, and sure enough, there is a person asleep in this bed.
Is there any light? No.
No, the only light is
The
what light
fireplace
comes
on?
in through the windows. The fireplace has like some embers in it glowing still. We are on the 369. We're on the 26th. It is a half moon.
So there's some lights coming in.
Yeah.
The shutters are open now as well.
There's enough to kill a guy, is what he's saying.
Well, can I look around? Do I see armor? Do I see a staff? Do I see robes somewhere?
Yes. Yes, you do.
What do I see?
You see a shield. You see a mace. You see some clothing. You see a holy symbol hung right next to the bed. You see, I mean, this is Thalen's room. This is the cleric. He's here. He's asleep.
I can't. I
Hey,
can't
you should be able
resist.
to.
I'm
You should be able
creeping
to
over.
tell what is magical by it being immaculate. Do you agree or do you
Yes,
disagree?
magical items are usually, they must be of the highest possible quality. So in this room, it's either the holy symbol or the mace because they're both of amazing quality. It's definitely not the shield, it's not the clothes, it's not any other crap. The mace is superb quality, the holy symbol is superb quality.
Right, and they're both what? Right by his bed?
Right by the bed. Like, if he were to fling his arm off the bed without moving his body, he could be holding either of them.
Okay. I creep so fucking slowly, like you've never seen anyone walk so slowly as this. I test
Kitty
like
cat?
I'm testing like every floorboard to make sure it's not going to creak before I like take a step on it. As I wander over to the bed here. Do I get there?
You
Guy's
get
still
up to the
asleep.
bed, it's still asleep.
Oh god, do I just take the stuff or should I kill him?
You kill him, you bastard.
We can't kill him.
Did
I
you
draw
kill
my
him?
dagger.
Baby.
All right, before you finish this maneuver here, I want you to think through the consequences of killing him versus just stealing his stuff. I know you
Yeah.
want to kill him, but is that good for your cause? Does
Either way,
murdering
look,
Thalen improve
hang
what's
on.
going on?
Either way, they're coming after us, and if he's dead, that's one less guy coming after us, right?
And
Yeah.
it's their fucking leader, so
Yeah.
the big honcho is gone. The troop might fall in disarray.
Well, out of character, my fear is that this island gets quarantined and we're never leaving.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing
That'll
to
take a
steal
long
something
time.
that gets recovered. It's another thing to kill the lead cleric on an expedition, right?
You gotta do it, Nick.
That's not just theft, that's murder. They bring the murder police out for you for that one.
We've already murdered like
Pirates.
6 guards. If
Ah,
not
fuck
Yeah.
them. No one gives a shit about the guards, you
Fucking
know?
Guards.
Don't try and talk me out of it, Neal.
Nick, don't listen
I'm
to
killing
him.
him.
He's
He's
being
dying.
cringe.
Yeah. Guy's dying for sure. I cut his throat.
Okay.
And I cover his mouth at the same time so he doesn't
Right.
scream or anything like that as he dies.
There's always a non-zero chance that he manages to let out a yelp. You can cover his mouth and plunge the dagger into him as quickly as possible, but things can always go wrong, right? There's always there's a chance you roll a 1.
The
There's a
hand
chance he
slips.
rolls a 20 on his perception check. There's always a chance, Nick.
Okay, sure. There's a chance.
There's a
What's the chance? 1 in 100?
At 5%.
1 in 20, 5%. Give me a d20. Don't roll a 1.
This is unfair because you know I'm going to roll a 1, don't you? This
No,
is why
you've
you're
been rolling
doing
ones
it.
all day. You'll be fine.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh. You put the hand
got
on
it.
the mouth. His eyes open immediately as your dagger plunges into his neck. He's a sleeping person. He's completely exposed. His throat is right there. There's no reason. There's no way he can survive this.
As he's dying, I kiss him on his forehead and whisper, "Don't fuck with Captain John Winters." And if I had a feather on my hat, I'd fucking leave it here, but I don't. Wait, is there a chance that I gathered a feather? No, I haven't. I woke up and
There's
came
no
straight
feather.
here. Damn it. No, wait, but I had the feather still downstairs in the house.
Did you leave it in the house?
I left it in the house,
With the spears and stuff, yeah.
yeah.
Well, no, you took it out of your hat. Did you put it in your pocket?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, but he
No,
left it in the house.
I left it in the house.
Well, then it would have been back in the house
Yeah.
the whole time, where you spent the last 3 days resting.
So I can have it, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you've got your feather.
I'll leave the fucking feather on the body. I take his mace and his holy symbol.
No. Why would you
Excellent.
do that?
That's awesome.
Excellent. You got the mace and the holy symbol.
Alright, I come to the window.
Uh-huh.
I like call someone over. I'm going to throw the stuff out to them, and then I'm going to climb back down.
Norm will go over, I guess. I'm pretty close.
Does your curiosity get the better of you, Captain Winters? You
It do-
know that
it does a
there's
little bit.
something with a beacon in this room over here.
Yeah, but that's probably where the wizard's sleeping, and there could be magic defending it. I feel like it's suppressing
It's
it too
probably not
far.
worth it then.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
that non-magical thing that's valuable enough in the wizard's room to have a beacon on it. It's probably unimportant.
All right, I throw the things down to Neal, and I look back over my shoulder. It
Baited.
was so easy, wasn't it?
That's so easy.
Go, Nick. Go get it. We
Okay.
need that.
We don't
There's
know what
another
it is,
window in
but
that
god
room.
damn it, we need it.
God damn it, we need it.
All right, I come back to this door. I put an ear to it. Can I hear anything from downstairs?
Give me that detect noise check. No, it's fine. You don't hear anything.
It's gonna be an alarm on the wizard's room. I know it. I know it. I open the door quietly.
Yeah, you can step on out. You can hear the sound of shuffling feet on the floor below you. There's definitely a guard down there.
Was he
walking
moving
around.
around?
Yeah, it's late at night. He's got to pace to keep himself awake.
Fine.
Is it fine?
It's fine. You got items to get, Nick.
Oh my god, this is such a bad idea. I keep going. I come around this corner. It's such a bad idea. What am I doing?
All right.
Well, John
So we're
Winters
gonna-
is a greedy guy, you know?
We're going to take a quick break from Captain Winters over here. The rest of our party is over on this side of things. And a door opens in this warehouse. And out comes a salty-looking motherfucker that hasn't showered in a month. And he gives you all just a grunt and walks right up to the edge of this building. You know, just like walks right over here, unzips his pants and starts taking a piss on the side of the building. And he
Where
looks
at? Can you
around.
point?
He sees like one of you there and two of you over there and gives you like a what's up head nod.
Which building? Sorry, I just want to know exactly where he is.
He came out of this building and is now
And he
coming
walked
over
right
here
here?
and he's pissing on that wall. Yeah.
I'll go piss with him. Fuck it.
How's your evening?
Pretty good. This is the pissing spot.
As good as
Me and my
any.
fellas. Me and my fellas are looking for a place to get drunk. You got any?
Getting drunk in back alleys is for teenagers. The hell are you doing out here?
Teenagers.
Idiots are
or-
gonna wake the wizard up.
We're speaking, you know, quietly.
Yeah.
Teenagers are people with nothing else to do. We got kicked out of the only tavern in town. We're looking for
Fucking
another
sucks.
place. Yeah, it
Me and my
does.
boys are drinking, but we're also, we can't give away our booze for free. You want to chip in some silver? We're happy to share our bottle with you. You play cards?
I play cards. I don't think I have any silver on me. Oh wait, I have copper. I have 63 copper, actually. From my betting.
Yeah, we'll take your copper just as readily.
I'll look to the other two. All right, I'm gonna go play some cards. You guys stay here and watch over things. Just give me a knock if you need me.
Don't you have the items?
Yeah, I do, but don't worry about it. It's fine.
You're gonna end up losing.
Well,
the
I'll hand him over to Archie. Actually, that's a good idea. You're right,
will
Archie.
hold
Here.
on to them.
All right. The guy finishes up his urination and begins to head back over here. And as you walk with him, he's like, "What are they hanging around there keeping an eye on? Thought you were looking for a place to drink."
We are, but now we're gonna gamble. I think they're gonna go and find a new place to drink. We don't have enough copper for all of them, and they're not.
Well, I'll
They're
take the
not drinking
copper
on my
off.
dime.
Taking copper off one of you is easy as taking off the other.
Well, they don't
Yeah.
have any. And I assume you're not handing out handouts, are you?
No, sir. Ain't nothing for a
Alright.
freeloader out here. And you can make your way into the warehouse. There's 3 other warehouse workers in here. They're all seated down around a table. This guy introduces you to the lot. That's Willie, that's Billy, and that's Sam. I'm Jakiro. It was nice to meet you. What did you say your name was, stranger?
Merlin.
Merlin.
That's right.
Weird. He grumbles to himself a
Cool.
little bit. Slaps down some cards. You can see they're all crossfaded as fuck. You know, they're exhausted. Their eyes are sort of bloodshot. Their gestures are slow. They're kind of laughing at everything. They're clearly fairly intoxicated at this point. And
Can I
playing
count
some
cards?
Do you have a
have
gaming
18 heads.
proficiency?
I don't, but I have 18.
You can make non-proficient gaming proficiency checks then. And I think
what
that's
do
an
you want?
intelligence.
Base stat, I would assume, right?
Yeah, gaming actually might be charisma, but since you're doing cards and you want to count them, that would be intelligence for our purposes here.
What's the -4?
Let me just check. It would be half your stat.
Oh, half.
But it's non-proficient,
plus
yeah.
something, right? Yeah.
Yeah, for you, it would just be half your int to count cards.
20 plus 9.
Yep.
27.
Oh, you take them for all that they're worth.
Thank God.
You are gonna end up spending like 3 hours in here with these guys as the one deck gets shuffled through and you begin to recognize corners and you begin to count all the things. You end up making...
This is all in case John Winters isn't like getting fucking murdered, because if he is, I'm gonna probably
Right. I mean, if
at
there's
some point.
clearly
But
if there's noise and whatnot, then we'll roll back
Sure.
the clock on this. 25. You end up making 25 silver this night off
Damn.
of these people.
Not bad. not
Holy
bad.
shit.
not a bad night, boys.
Nice
Pretty
work.
good.
Unless John Winters gets himself into trouble.
Nah, it'll be fine.
All
I thought
right.
this was your plan in case the guards come. You just pretend that you were just hanging out in the
Well.
warehouse, nothing to do with you.
Kind of
Arch-
a multiple
Yeah.
ordeal,
Archie-
depending on how many guards, but yeah.
Archie and Sale, once Nilrim leaves to go hang out with this other person, and it's just you guys in the alley, and John Winter's been upstairs quietly for a few minutes. What are you guys doing?
Well, Nilrim left to make it so that there wasn't like suspicion around
Right.
him in the alley.
Totally.
But yeah.
Totally. But Archie
Oh, well.
and Sale.
Sal's just, sorry, Archie's just holding his spot. He's like swinging the mace around a little bit. No.
Swinging the mace about, practicing with it, having a good time. Okay.
He's just hanging out.
Sale?
I am non-verbally signaling my indignation to Archie. I'm like, what is going on? Where's Nilrim? Where's Captain Winter?
I just look over at him like,
It's like, to myself, I'm thinking, like, we came here with one very specific plan. We're here to get a magical item. Winners, we have the item. Winners is still in the building. Nilrim is just gone. I'm completely lost at this point. Yeah, but more or less, I'm just like standing here in confusion and indignation at the current situation.
All right. You just standing and holding the line, not doing anything, but just being patient.
Something's
Gotcha.
gonna happen soon, if it's gonna happen.
Yeah. All right. Captain Winter,
Okay,
you're at the door.
I draw my rapier and I put my left hand on the door and I get ready to open it and I fucking wait, ready for alarm spell to go off. If it does go off, I'm running in there. The first things I'm looking for are the wizard in his bed and any spell components. First attack is to knock any components away. I'm getting this out there in case, because that's what I'm thinking. As soon as this door opens, if there's an alarm, I'm knocking components away from him and I'm killing him. Then I'm out
Right.
the window, okay? I
All
open
right.
the door.
Nothing happens.
Door opens.
Just it swings open.
I sneak in. And what's the bed?
There's a wizard. Mr. Peros. Presumably, in the bed.
Sure. I mean, I quickly. The door. Did it just swing, or did it like latch shut? Like, was it on a?
Yeah, if you close it, it will latch itself shut. The knob needs to be turned in order to open it.
Okay. Can I close it quietly, or is there a risk to that?
Yeah, you can close it quietly.
Yeah, I close the door behind me. I sneak over to the side of his bed.
Mm-hmm.
I do the same thing, hand over the mouth, cut the throat.
Yeah.
I haven't got a feather for this one, unfortunately.
However,
Oh, no.
Peros rolls very well on his unconscious checking for noise, and the door opening and closing, and then as you approach the bed and lean over and your hand like starts to press against him, his eyes will flutter open. I'm going to ask you to roll me initiative against him, and I will penalize his initiative because he has been sleeping.
All right, I'm
He's
using a
like
dagger,
coming
right? So
to
dagger speed is 2, or is it 1?
2. Peros rolls a 6, natural 1 on the die. Nick rolls a 9. So as you arrive and you go to like lean over him and stab him in the throat, his eyes flutter open and he lets out a like a quick couple shrieks and shouts, which Sale will definitely hear. And
But he still dies.
Oh yeah, I mean you can go ahead and make me an attack roll against him. He doesn't. If he were to do anything, it would essentially provoke an attack of opportunity.
I mean,
yeah.
just a normal attack roll, or?
Yeah, go ahead and make yourself a normal attack roll. +4 because he's prone in the bed, you know.
Come on, Nick. We need big numbers here.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
It is a critical hit. Roll me double damage.
Do I get backstab for this?
Yes, I would say backstab is an appropriate roll because his throat is exposed. He wasn't expecting the attack. He sees it at the very, very last moment, but he's in such a vulnerable position, I don't think he can do anything about it. So that's going to be 3 damage dice.
9.
Oh,
enough.
Nick. He has exactly 9 HP. You
Wait,
That's big.
look, but he's still gonna bleed out, right? I mean,
No, yeah, but you get him to
Stabbing
0 is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like you
no,
you-
but I mean, technically he's unconscious and not bleeding, but is he still gonna die here? Because I mean, I've just stabbed him.
You slit his throat, right?
I
would
think
assume
he's
probably,
going to
yeah.
be dying here. Yes.
Yeah.
Normally,
Okay.
if you get someone to 0, they don't bleed out. In the situation where you're standing over someone in bed and you like go to murder
Specifically
them in
going
the
to kill him,
throat,
yeah.
I feel like this is a pretty obvious. He's going to take bleeding damage from it.
Yeah.
All right, so I figure that the thing with the beacon, since this is the wizard, is probably a spell book. I look around for it.
Oh, it's right on the table behind you.
That's
I
big
grab
for
his-
us, Nick.
I grab the spell book. There's a chest here, is there?
There's a chest at the foot of the bed.
I try and kick it open quickly.
As you kick the chest, well, before
It's
you kick
locked.
the chest, back over here, Sale and Archie, you heard that coming from the upstairs window. Then it went
The
quiet.
second I hear it, I immediately basically run to this door. I assume there's a door like right here.
Right here. That's just a random thing in the backyard.
Oh, I thought there was a door on the side.
No,
Oh,
no.
well, I'm terribly positioned.
The doors are on the exact opposite side of the building from where you guys are.
Oh.
One here and one here.
Can I? I don't know about this one. I'm gonna like run to this door. And is it locked? Can I open it? Like open it suddenly?
Yeah. So you're gonna run to the door and throw it open. What about you, Archie?
I will do the same with the eastern door.
All right, so you hear the shrieks. You guys run to the doors nearby, throw them open. There is indeed a guard downstairs who who is beginning to go up the stairs right here. He was sitting down a moment ago. As you guys throw open the doors, and the guard will stop and whirl to see these doors being thrown open. I think now we need to enter into initiative order because it's
I'm gonna play
very
cards.
complicated. Yeah, you're playing cards.
Yeah.
I don't think you hear the brief shouts.
They would have had to come get me. I'm playing cards, boys.
All right, initiative.
Well, Entangle's not gonna work. Entangle's not gonna work inside. You need grass.
He would
Does
know
not work?
that. Yeah, he would know
Yeah.
that.
You
Oh,
need
okay.
Also, it would
something.
fuck up your allies.
I was just going to entangle and run.
Yes, you need
Yeah,
some
I'll
sort
do
of
it.
grass, vine, tree, bush, something natural to cast the entangle upon.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I thought like the wood floor might work, but I guess not.
No.
It's gotta be like grasses or roots, yeah.
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 Got to be living shits. Archie, what are you doing?
Punching this guy.
Are you just gonna run and beat the fuck
quick,
out of him?
Go quick, Archie.
Oh,
Okay.
one.
Initiative, please. First.
I think I rolled it, right?
Oh, did you?
9?
Oh, you
Yeah, you got
did.
a
Oh,
9.
you did. Okay, so you are first. Okay.
Yes.
Wait,
yeah,
no,
so
Sale
you-
rolled a 9 as well, so they go
Okay.
at the same time.
So Sale and Archie both roll 9s. You both pop in there. And Archie, that is a 22 to hit and a 9 to hit. So the 9 is a miss. The 22 cracks the guard. And roll me some damage.
If it
5.
matters, I don't know if Archie's going first. I was going to curse his eyes with light again.
You guys go at the same initiative, so they will coincide. The guard will make his saving throw versus spell, which is a failure and is blinded.
Are we doing 1, 2, 3 automatic failures in this campaign?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Saves 1. Hopefully won't get, well, not hopefully, but unlikely to get that high.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Captain Winter, you hear the footsteps on the stairway, followed by the sounds of doors opening. You're upstairs. There is that chest. You say you kick it open?
Yeah, I assume that the cavalry has arrived, so
Mm-hmm.
I will I try and kick the chest open. My plan was to
Totally.
jump out the window, but
That's my greedy captain right there.
Well,
what's in the
ins-
chest?
There's some spare clothing, some notebooks, some, ink and pen, a whole bunch of crap. You can quickly rifle through it until you find the bag of coins.
Perfect. I pocket the bag of coins. I'll
tell
try the
you-
bag of coins.
Yep. Bag of coins is 50 of them. It weighs a pound, and you can egress as quickly as possible. Through the window or out through the front door?
Well, I'm hearing the commotion downstairs, right? Mm-hmm. No, I come down here. I look down the hallway.
You see light, magical light shining through the whole area. The guard has brought his shield up before the eyes, and you can see
Can I just
Archie
come and
with
stab
bloody
him in the back?
fists. That'll be next round initiative. I think you shuffled through the
Okay.
chest on this round. So next round. Oh no, the guard gets a chance at the very end. Yes, the guard gets to go. The guard will make a thrust with the short spear. I'm sorry, at Archie. He gets a -4 to hit because he is blinded. So whatever this is, -4. It's a critical hit anyway.
Jesus.
Maybe it's 18. Your AC
Archie's
is
got more than
18.
face.
It's just a regular hit. All right.
Okay.
That's a lucky shot. The guard slices you for 5 points of damage. He can feel the spear hit into your body. You're wounded, Archie.
I got 12 HP. I'm shrugging that shit off.
Yeah.
All right, initiative round. Guard's at 14.
Playing
God
cards,
damn.
boys.
Alright,
You
we got
won
this.
again? What the fuck is this, Merlin? How you keep winning like this? Gotta be beginner's luck. Deal him out again.
Jexel must be shining on me tonight. Deal him. Deal him again.
Suck a fatty chode, piece of shit. He takes a
one.
swig of wine.
I wipe sweat from my brow.
Woo! 4, 5, 12. Okay. Archie again with the incredible initiative, and the 14 will hit him. He's got a penalty for his AC. His shield is useless in the dark like this. You crack him across the head again. Roll me some damage. Minimum damage.
He's almost dead.
Sail. He's blinded. Light illuminates the entire area from your spell. Bright light, especially bright magical light in the middle of the night, is bound to attract attention once someone notices it. Time is now quickly of the essence.
I thought I was when I was doing that, I was like removing light from their eyes, like doing the inverse of light.
Oh, you were casting darkness on the eyes.
Yeah.
I see.
Darkness is level 2, right? Light doesn't have a reverse.
Light has a reverse.
For
Does it?
clerics, I think light
Almost
has a
certain.
reverse.
Huh.
Let me
But I
do
don't think it changes anything.
it would still have the same effect on his eyes. I was just doing that for thematic reasons because it's more like my.
Spell is reversible, causing darkness in the same area and under the same conditions. If you were to cause darkness, it would still be a 20-foot radius globe, so everyone would be plunged into magical darkness.
I don't know if.
Oh, I was casting it like specifically on his eyes.
Right.
Like,
So
yeah, I've never played it like this. I guess. Does it still do the light? I thought it just went on his eyes and made him blind at that.
So when
point.
you
I didn't think you got
cast a
the
light
radius.
spell, you can target it centered on a thing, so that thing, the light will move with the thing, or you can cast it centered just like in a space. If you cast it centered on their eyes, then their eyes will be like the things that are causing
is
the
it?
light, which
Oh,
will
okay.
blind them, but it also still has the light effect around them.
I always imagined it was like beams that were coming out of their eyes, because it's like half of the light is in their skull, right?
Yeah,
Behind
because
their eyes.
yeah, most of the
Yeah.
light is like inside their eyeballs, and so it's shining out probably through the pupils. So there is still 20 feet of light around them, but they're also just blinded by the process.
Well, is it darkness or light now?
It's a great
Yeah, I
question.
don't know, like what.
It's up
Because
to you.
that's what I intended, but I don't know if that will actually change the outcomes of what we've done already.
So-
I'm
If
also-
you would have known,
Yeah,
it's up to you. Yeah.
knowing
Well, I
this,
think-
how would you like to have done it?
I like each time my intention was to do it as darkness, like
Okay.
basically make the world go dark for them.
Okay,
Well, it's not just for them; it's also for your allies.
right.
Oh,
So
right.
you're all
Everything
going to
around
be
it in 20 feet would be plunged into darkness.
yes.
Do you still want
Uh,
to do this?
Do you want to plunge
No,
into?
okay.
Okay,
All right, with that knowledge, I see. I thought it would be just their eyes. So
right.
I did too. Yeah.
That makes sense.
with that knowledge, like I would maybe I could roleplay it as I didn't know the effect of my spells because I'm still learning them. So
That's
I
true,
will let
you
it be.
are.
I'll let it be darkness.
No, that's great.
Okay.
Yeah. So your spell went off the first round right as Archie was punching him, so that's damage all still applied. Archie's second attack
Still hit?
would have, without the shield AC because he's blind, would still have hit, so all the damage would have still applied. But Archie is now in darkness while he's fighting. And Captain Winter, you would see a darkness sphere as you exited this room and wouldn't be able to find the staircase.
Is it -4 to AC, -4 to hit?
-4 to hit, -4 to AC. Yes.
Yeah, so it cancels. Yeah.
Yeah. It would
Wow.
cancel, but then the shield you can't use if you can't see your target. So
I don't know what to do. If I can't see, I think
Mm-hmm.
instead I go for the window. I pocket
Alright.
the spell book, the coins, and I'm gonna jump out the window onto this pile of like wood down here.
yep. Do you have a tumbling proficiency?
I do.
Make me that tumbling
But
proficiency roll.
I'm jumping onto a pile of wood though, so that gives me a
Yeah.
bonus.
Yeah.
23.
Easy peasy. You leap out the window, you hit the wood, you go for a roll, you're totally fine. Book under one arm, bag of wealth in the other hand. The guard still crying
I've
out.
still got movement, right?
Tons of it.
Okay, I'm gonna come around this corner and I'm gonna hide. Like, I don't know if there's something I can hide here. If the only thing is just like this barrel, I'm gonna hide behind this barrel and keep an eye on this road.
Yeah. Sail, it is your turn. You are plunged into darkness. You can't see shit. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna like say, Archie, follow my voice. We got to get out of here. And I'm also gonna try to like tentatively find the guard.
She's
see
gonna
if
like
I can
stumble
do-
around in the darkness trying to find him.
We'll see if I can like shove him. Like I'm basically gonna shove the first thing I touch, and then like bolt back to the
Alrighty.
door.
Where am I, Archie?
You
Finish him off.
stumble around in the darkness. You have a hard time finding him. You kind of like come around. You step into things. There's a chair in the way. You kick a staircase. You're not really sure where the bodies are. Archie, what are you doing in the darkness? Like, you showed up, you cracked the guy across the face a couple of times, then everything went dark, and you still managed to find him and hit him one more time, and then you hear this cry of like, Archie, follow the sound of my voice. What is your plan?
I feel like I just punched him. I feel like I have a pretty decent idea of where this guy is. I'm gonna try to finish him off. I know
You're
he's
trying to
close.
finish him off. All right. All right. So, Archie, give me that perception check as you stumble around in the darkness. Sorry. I said
Nice.
Archie. I meant Sail.
Oh,
I meant
Sorry.
Sail. No.
Damn
You're
it.
you're all good. The DM is the problem, as always.
true.
Perception check, Sail. Don't fuck it up badly.
Oh,
I would like Archie to get that 17 on his next attack.
Oh, nice.
All right. So you do find the guard before you, and you can give him a shove. And Archie still knows where he is. Make your attack roll, Archie.
Can I get that 17 as my attack roll?
No, unfortunately, you cannot.
Oh my god, he's fucking you.
Yeah, hacks.
You
Okay,
still
that's good
find
enough.
him. You still pummel him into unconsciousness. You've got like
Kaboom.
+3 on your
Yeah,
damage. It doesn't even
You
matter.
got a
He's
second
just-
attack, yeah.
yeah.
He's dead.
You beat the crap out of him, and you guys can make your way out of the darkness in the middle of the night. Pick up John Winters along the way, and
Yeah,
make your way
I'm
back
done here.
to Lady Nightingale's house.
Nice.
Surely.
Where the fuck is Nilrim?
I don't know. Some drunk guy appeared. He left. I don't understand.
I think we would actually not pick him up because we're just trying to get the fuck out. We're not trying to
Yeah.
raise any more attention.
Yeah.
Actually,
Would we go straight to Lady Chroma?
I mean,
Sorry for interrupting you.
we might need to, but I think now that I've killed the wizard and the cleric in town, there's no one in town.
Well, there's 4. Well, not in town. Yeah.
Yeah, they're out on the island, so I think we can probably wait the night. But
Yeah,
I
you
don't
can
know, like, how accurate is their beacon detect? Like, if they've just got detect magic, they're not going to be able to pinpoint it as not being in the right house, right?
Correct. They
I'm
would know.
pretty
it's
sure
like
you
X,
just
yeah.
killed. You killed the guy who does the detect magic.
Yeah, well, I think if there's like other low-level clerics, they can probably also cast detect
I think
magic
detect
as well.
magic is a level 1 for a cleric.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So I think they can still find it, which is good, but I don't think they can. I don't think they'll know if we are in,
If you've
in
moved
Lady
it around town.
Nightingale's.
No,
yeah. So I think we go back. I'm a little bit. Wait. As we get here, is anyone coming for us? Is there anyone running down the street or anything?
yeah, real quick, would we not maybe take Neilrim with us because we know that we caused a commotion? Now there's people looking for us. Don't we want him to get the fuck out of here?
Okay, we're in the alley here. I turn to her, I say, go and get Nilrim. I'll be right back. I run back into the house and run upstairs.
It's dark in the house still. It'll be dark for an hour. I don't know if you're gonna be able to find your way upstairs. Do you want to like plunge your way into darkness and feel your way around?
Can you not go through
I
the?
I can
scroll?
remove the darkness.
No.
Oh, yeah, okay, fine.
Oh,
I
yeah,
see the
yeah.
darkness.
It is
Turn around.
not dismissible
You
unless
go
it
up
says.
the wall.
Oh no, the caster can
Yeah.
extinguish the light at any time by uttering a single word.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, you can totally
perfect,
dismiss the
okay.
darkness.
All right.
The question is there not 2 more guards in that place in bed who are now awake?
Oh, shit, yeah.
You didn't see them, and they didn't get up.
Yeah.
I mean, surely they would have woken up. I listen. I mean, I would hear them if they're screaming.
No, there's no sound of guards inside the building.
I go back in. I go upstairs, back into the cleric's room.
Yeah,
Yep.
and
I
then
want to check the chests in that room.
or just like loot
Gold.
it. Gold,
Money,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, you find gold. You find a bag, 50
Nice.
gold in it.
2 bags of coins. All right. I jump on that. Another tumbling check.
Yep,
Yep.
Nice.
27. You're all
All right.
good.
And then either they're here getting Nilrim or not. I'm leaving and going back to the place on my own now.
I take off my brass knuckles. I go get Neilrim.
All right. Nilrum, you're being interrupted, but you've got these guys. You've got all this money potentially coming in when Archie shows up.
I've got him right where I want him.
You don't
Archie,
have it
what's
all
wrong?
yet. It's gonna take a few more, like an hour or 2 more, to get all the wealth.
Neilrim, we should really leave because there's something important.
What's so
I look at the
important
money.
that I can't wait till morning?
I'm sorry,
Listen.
friends. Nature calls or something. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go with my friends.
You can't just take our money and leave. You gotta give us a chance to earn it back. Them's the rules of friendly gaming.
How much have I gotten at this point?
It's not been that long, so you've probably only picked up like 5 silver.
I'll put 3 silver on the table. I'll keep 2.
Okay.
It's more than fair.
All right. You guys exit. I assume everyone heads back to Lady Nightingale's house for the evening?
Yeah.
Well, Nilrim's gonna say that he's not sure if we should do that.
Well, I'm already going
Yeah,
there with all the
the same.
shit. Oh no, Archie's got the stuff as well.
Yeah,
Archie
the
was
stuff
with
is
me.
mixed between the party.
Yeah.
So the party can meet up in some alleyway somewhere.
Okay.
I just feel like you should go tonight and just stash it in her house. I don't think we should ever bring it to Lady Nightingale's house, even for the chance of them being able to notice. I know it's low,
Hey,
but I just
look,
think it's...
I got this book, Norm. I think we need to cut the pages out of it for you, know?
Oh my god. Nilram grasps at it.
It's a
We can't.
spell book.
It's got the. I think this has got the beacon on it. We need to. I'm thinking maybe you can cut the pages out, ditch the book.
I think back to my teachings. Would I think I can do that? Steal the pages?
Yeah. I
To
mean,
destroy
you cut the
beacon?
pages out of the book, you definitely still have the pages. The pages would be intact, right? And
Yeah.
separating the pages from the binding of the book might destroy the beacon.
Beacon spell?
Yeah.
All right. You've convinced me, Captain Winners. Did you get anything else? He looks him in the eyes.
I got some gold. I think coins.
Maybe we can get my mother's ring back.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
I guess we go back to Lady Nightingale's, and I'm going to spend the night carefully removing the pages from the book.
Well, I will give you access to Paros's character sheet. There's nothing on here I think that was important for you, but it does have the spell book.
Nice.
Let me just quickly delete the spells that Paros had learned. You shouldn't know what he had memorized at that moment.
I didn't take any of his components, unfortunately.
Here you go, Lucas. There is a character sheet called Paros that you should have access to the whole list of spells.
He's got knock, Nick.
Nice. Well, there goes my character's usefulness.
It will take you a while to learn all these things because you have to cast Read Magic enough to learn all this stuff,
To
but it
figure
is
it out, yep.
doable. And I think this is where we end our session for the day. When we come back next week, we will do investigating into that spell book. We'll do planting the evidence in Lady Chroma's house. We'll figure out if the Inquisitor and his magic helm of magic detection will find you guys before clerics can return to cast their detect magic spell. All that and more awaits us next week on Tides of Death.
Awesome, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
it was
It
brilliant.
was a good session.
All right. Anything
you,
else? Shall we head out?
Thank you.
Anyone need to plug anything? Anyone doing anything
I do
cool
actually.
this week?
I do actually. Yeah, this Saturday I'm doing a charity stream for Love Gaming. So if you go to my Discord, you can come up with things, donation goals or whatever. But I'll be doing it on Saturday. So tune in.
Tell us
I'm
what
sure there'll be
Love
some
Gaming
interesting
is.
things. Well, I would like to say that, but I don't want to spoil it. So I'll do it on Saturday. There's nothing to spoil. I'm just, wasn't prepared to. Wait, hang on. I think it's like a charity that raises money and then uses it to fund gaming activities for kids with hard backgrounds or illnesses.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm guessing. I don't know 100%, which is why I don't want to say.
Okay. That's Saturday. This Saturday.
Yeah, and if you for so what inclined, I might, contact you to do something about it, maybe on Saturday if you want to pop in for a bit on the stream.
Coolio.
Don't have to, but yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Nice. Anyone else?
We talked a lot about tracking and getting around sneakily today. So if you'd like to do that in real life, go to nordvpn.com/PokemonChallenges. You get a discount.
Nice.
Nice.
That's a good plug.
Gotta get those VPNs. Right. That's it. We will see you guys next week. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
See you later.